Seattle Seahawks quarterback Geno Smith has been constantly overlooked throughout his career, but this is a season that we all finally put some respect on his name.
Put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.
You asked for it and we delivered. It's Fan Friday, and you, the fans, chose today's topic point of view. Don't forget to leave a comment down below and let me know which NFL player you think has been the most overlooked. This could go a number of directions, but I'm going with the player who most people would have in their top 15 or so best QBs in the league, yet never talk about outside of fantasy football and the occasional primetime game. And I'm not saying it's right, but there are reasons for it. Smith is now 33 years old, and his career has been interesting to say the least. He was a second-round pick in the 2013 draft by the New York Jets and middled throughout his first 2 seasons as the starter. Then ahead of his 3rd season, he had his jaw broken by a teammate over an alleged plane ticket dispute, and that started a 6-year stretch where Smith didn't start more than 3 games in a season. But in 2022, in his 3rd year in Seattle, Smith won the offseason QB battle over Drew Lock, and he hasn't relinquished the starting role since. And if you remember, his first start that season was one for the ages. In the season opener against the Denver Broncos and their new QB Russell Wilson, Smith and the Seahawks spoiled Wilson's debut by completing 23 of 28 pass attempts for 195 yards and 2 scores on the way to a 1-point victory. And in the postgame, Smith gave us this legendary interview quote.
Yeah, I think when people say what I've been through, I think that's a stretch, man. I'm in the NFL for 10 years. So, I mean, to say what I've been through is it's kind of funny. And then to say, people wrote me off. I just been working. That's what it means by I never wrote back. I don't listen to stuff like that. I just work. I know what I have inside of me. God's blessed me with talent and also a passion and a drive. And so as far as worrying about naysayers, anything like that, I don't get into that type of stuff. People can write you off, but, life's about what you make it. And so I've just been blessed enough to be in the NFL for 10 years and been working my butt off. And it's a team game, and we got to win tonight as a team.
That's how you nail a post-game interview. And including that game, the Seahawks are 17-15 in games that Smith started. Not overly impressive, just by record, but some teams would love a QB that can maintain that success through a rebuild, and all the numbers suggest Smith is a huge part of winning. Not only has he made past 2 Pro Bowls and finished 9th in the 2022 MVP race, but his stats are among the best in the league during this 2-year stretch. Before we get more into that, I want to thank everyone who participated in this week's fan poll. Look out for a new question every Monday. Now back to Geno Smith's stats this past 2 seasons. He's in the top 5 in passing yards, completion percentage, touchdowns, and game-winning drives, and in the top 10 in interception rate and passer rating. So for anyone who's been a Geno Smith supporter, the numbers support any and all of your claims. He's that guy and has been for a while now. But still, the Seahawks have had just 1 playoff game in the past 2 seasons, and they were trounced by the 49ers in that game. So Smith hasn't had the postseason success that would get the people talking. But this is a season it all comes together, and he gets the respect he finally deserves. DK Metcalf is still around, Tyler Lockett seems to be staying put at this point, and rumors are that Jackson Smith and Jigba is ready for a breakout season. But maybe the biggest difference this season will be new offensive coordinator Ryan Grubb. He was hired in February after leading the Washington Huskies to a national championship appearance in which he had major weapons like Michael Penix Jr. and Rome Odunze, who were both top 10 picks in April's draft. Here's what Geno Smith had to say when asked about his excitement with a new coordinator who had a lot of success with a similarly styled offense in college.
It's extremely exciting. We got a chance to watch those guys last year, and they're very similar. They were very similar to what we are in terms of personnel. Having great receivers, having great backs, tight ends, and then great quarterbacks. And so we look at that and we say, well, we got to execute to the level that those guys executed at in college here in the NFL. And so again, it's about learning the offense, learning the schematics, learning how we're going to attack defenses. And then once we get on the field, it's always execution.
As we mentioned, Smith has been near the top of the league in most important QB categories, so if they can unlock even more in that offense, he could be getting MVP votes yet again. And if he really is that good for the 3rd season in a row, then there's no reason for him to be overlooked any longer. And there's another quarterback who is overlooked in the Seahawks division. For more on how Kyler Murray is poised for an MVP season, check out this past episode of Point of View. Enjoy the weekend. We hope to find you here again next week.